Hey everybody, it's Dr. Warren Kalkstein here at Kalkstein Chiropractic. Welcome back to our series, the top 20 most common injuries and complaints with athletes. And today's episode 9. And with episode 9, we're going to be talking about hydration issues, especially muscle cramping. So I remember in high school there was an athlete that got he had a calf cramp in the middle of a football game, right? And he was in the middle of running back, punt return, and boom, it hit him like a lightning bolt. Went right down to the floor, had to get helped off to the side, and he repetitively had issues that year with muscle cramping. And so I was always curious about, like, why is that a problem, right? Why does someone like that have this repetitive problem? So one thing that you need to focus on when it comes to muscle cramping is really good hydration. And does that always mean drinking a ton of water? Sometimes, but it's really about adequate electrolyte balance in your body. So first off, water is recommended on a daily basis, so 6 to 8 servings of water is really kind of the general guideline for the water intake. If you're not doing that, that's a good start. Sometimes with athletes where they're really exerting a lot of force, they're sweating a lot, they're losing a lot of their electrolytes in their sweat, I would tend to recommend some products, say something from Thorne called Catalyte, and you can add a scoop of this to your water after a workout. You drink that water. It's got a good balance of electrolytes in there. Most of the time, if they don't want to do this, because this is sometimes a quick, easy fix, I say you got to get it from your food. So making sure that you're getting adequate nutrition advice when it comes to electrolyte balance. So making sure there's proper salt intake, making sure that you're drinking plenty of healthy fluids, so you're not overdoing it on sugary drinks, if you will. So like things like Gatorade can be really an overemphasis on refined sugars in some of those products, right? So I wanted to get it from, I want my patients to get their nutrition from whole foods as best they can. So something like a healthy snack at halftime, like a banana or an orange, is something that you can get a good proper sugar intake, as well as those electrolytes that help keep your body in balance, so you're not as highly of a likelihood to get a cramp. Another thing that's really important is just getting that full body warm up. So going through a lunge routine, a squat routine, getting yourself totally warmed up and prepped to go so that you're not tight and you're not as likely to cramp up on that hot summer day. And then the final thing, like if I can give you 3 easy tips when it comes to cramping advice, is that if you're outside and you're expending a lot of energy and you're sweating a lot and it's really hot, you'd be shocked how quickly you lose fluids in that environment. So making sure that hydration is occurring throughout, that you're not trying to make it all up after 60 minutes of playing. So quick little refreshers throughout your sporting event or throughout your workout at home is really important, and is something that you can do to help with to avoid muscle cramping. Okay, so good warm up, eating a whole food diet that includes all your natural electrolytes like potassium, manganese, magnesium. Your sodium intake is balanced, right? That you're not overdoing it on sugary drinks like drinking concentrated juice or drinking things that are loaded up with added sugar. So reading your labels. If you want to make your own electrolyte mix, something like Catalyte that does it for you is a good one to do from Thorne. I like their products. Or there's ways you can do it at home with some simple honey, a little tiny bit of salt, a little lemon. You can add a couple things in there that help get it naturally, and there's natural remedies online if you look up, say, like a homemade natural electrolyte mix, okay? And then a really good warm-up, okay? Those are ways to help avoid muscle cramping. If you have more questions about muscle cramping, if you'd like to follow up with any of the things that I've said, please post a comment below, and I'm happy to get back to you and answer your comments or your questions.